There it goes. Okay, time to shut it off. I was heating the water just by boiling it on the propane gas stove. Today I want to try to make it a bit more complete so that is able to hold the temperature of the water to like 120, because that's what it's supposed to be at the end point of the dishwasher. All right, so fast forward to the end result. This is what the end result looks like. And now we're going to go step by step to how to get there. All right, so this is the dishwasher point. So this should go in the outlet of the hot water tank part. So I'm going to need to snap it in half so that this goes into the water tank. All right, so pressure relief valve comes with it. It comes out hot. All right, so you're supposed to put this stuff you can get from Home Depot. You want to orient it so that like when you twist this on, it's like pushing the same direction that the tape, so it's like tearing the tape up. I know some people like to do it like 6 million times, but we'll see if a couple of times works. See how that's like going in the same direction as whatever. So that's that. And then I'm gonna use the same piece for this. This is almost what it's called that you get from Home Depot. Oh, I just got 2 of these pieces instead. I figured instead of trying to make it go on like this, it would be easier just to stick it that way. So I got these female swivel elbows. Alright, I need to put a little bit more tape on that. Tape around this. Same concept. Where am I screwing? So this is just like a pressure release valve, and then you're supposed to have like some kind of pipe so that it can drain if the pressure like wants to explode or something. But why not just let it leak all over the unit for right now? Because I'm not gonna deal with that right now. Like if mine is like more of a proof of concept. Alright, this is a good enough bucket, right? And then pipe cutters, this handy dandy cutter. Alright. See, and that's what I want it to do, right? Just plug this pump in to a battery, and then I'll have it, the pump is going to suck up the water from here, and then we want it to dump back into this container, and that'll help you see the actual flow. I decided I could make my whole life easier if I just take this off. Okay, so if I snap this like here, like that, right? Use these little pro clampy things. Pro crimp ring, 1/2 inch. And you have to have a special tool to get these on. This little, all the magic lies in this little red top right here, because it tells you how far away it should be from the end of your PEX tube, and it just makes it set with the end piece the right distance. Just slap it in there. This is like the 1/2 inch PEX ring. I had a digital one of these that like was like when you tightened it, enough like a light would flash on, but I think it got swiped. This one is like the manual thing, and it's a pain in the ass because so this will go like that with the clamp ring wherever it is. No, that's not loud at all. You're imagining things. It is a bright, hot, sunny day, which means plenty of solar power to do dishes through the dishwasher and not by hand. Okay. It's going in. We take water in through here, it travels through this pump, goes to the accumulator tank. The cold water travels in here. We put it at the lowest setting for heat so that it doesn't have to spend any time in here. And then theoretically we'll see if the water should like fall out of here. So we need to put some PEX here before we even, so I want to get that proof of concept working before I even bother hooking it up to the dishwasher. Here we go. Here's the clean water. This is the inlet hose. Shove it all the way in there. Alright, for proof of concept, the pump's gonna get plugged into its own battery. And this is 14400 startup watts. So when it's on its own battery for startup, I'm gonna turn it off to start and just turn the pump on and see how the water is handled when this tank is off. All right, here we go. Turning the pump on. All right, so we have our first leak. So turn off the pump. It actually isn't too bad. That's a relatively small leak, and it's not leaking there. It's leaking out the pump, so we just need to tighten that real quick. It's actually such a small leak, I don't even care, and I don't want to waste this water, so I'm just gonna roll with it. There it goes. Okay, time to shut it off. Alright. Okay. That was a successful proof of concept. It did exactly what I thought it would do. So just need to tighten this, hook this up to the actual. I'll figure out this leak first, and then get another water jug. put some tinfoil over that so it doesn't just spout everywhere. Alright. I'm wearing safety goggles so my eyes if something goes flying, my eyes are okay. Alright, so test round 2. This is shut off. So this should theoretically be full and cause this accumulator tank to cause the pump should stop pumping because of the pressure build. Alright, so I'm leaving this off for now. Turning on the pump. Let's see what happens. And we have a fantastic leak. So it's never gonna stop. Use this. Okay. So it's just coming from like an actual hole in the tube itself. So however that got there, I don't know. Alright, so I ended up cutting the swivel thing off of this. I had to use these to cut the pro clamp off. Now I'm gonna reattach. Alright, gonna turn it on again. Let's see if the water blasts. I'll just put this over here just in case. Oh wow, it's actually working because it's shut off and it's not leaking anywhere. Okay. And then I'm gonna turn this on. And then the final test is, okay, what happens when I actually turn the water heater on. Let me just get my safety glasses so I don't lose any eyeballs. Okay. Alright, turning the water heater on. Okay. Okay. And then I'll just let the dishwasher turn on for a second. Alright, let's see what happens. Doing it to this. How much power this is using. A lot of freaking watts. Because it's heating up the water. Alright, I think that's good enough for a test. This water heater, it turns red when it's like not at the temperature you set it to yet. And then it'll turn off the red when it's good to go. So the idea really is have it hooked up to the aquarium with hot water already in it, let it either sit in this tank or heat it up just a little bit, but not so much that it's draining all the battery power you have. And then starting the wash when it's good to go, as opposed to during the wash. So I'm about to run this. Again, I'm over here loading the dishwasher. And this was cold this morning from yesterday. But now it's all warmed up and ready to go, and it's only taking 3 or 4 watts just to maintain the heat. So that's not too bad of a drain. That's like trying to charge your cell phone. So it's sitting at 75%, which means at most it took 25% of this battery to heat up the water initially. And when you've got plenty of sun outside or just plenty of solar storage, then that's pretty doable. And so when you don't have your sun because it's raining for weeks, that's why you've got your manual backup pumps for doing dishes. And I showed that in this video here.